we'll see how many tune in here, but I'm just watching Binance updates. So if you're watching the charts, Bitcoin's just fallen off a cliff, and it's all to do with this Binance hack. So basically, it's 4 a.m. here in Australia, but I just happened to wake up and check the charts as you do in the middle of the night, and Bitcoin fell off a cliff. So yeah, I am up early. As we do, everyone wakes up to check their phone in the middle of the night. So yeah, 4 a.m. in Australia here. So what I'm reading at the moment, guys, is there's nothing to really panic about. We know these markets have tantrums. So the Binance, for those that don't know, API keys are basically, think of it as a backdoor for other apps such as trading bots or other apps you can link up to allow trading on your account. So Binance itself hasn't been hacked, but people are reporting that they had their altcoins and they've all been sold for Bitcoin, and that other coins may have been purchased or whatnot. So if that's the case, I mean, even in a worst case scenario, I don't think there's a very high percentage of accounts at all that use API keys. And here we go again, we're having another leg lower as we speak. So the market's definitely having a panic knee-jerk reaction. Binance have halted withdrawals and all that. And like I said, guys, if you followed Binance and watched some of the interviews with CZ, they're one of the most professional exchanges. So even in a worst case scenario, these guys are going to pay people back. These guys are going to restore your balances. And as I said, I'd be very surprised if it's, any real percentage of people that use API keys that are giving people their backdoor access to their accounts. So what we're seeing now, another leg down. Again, guys, as a technical point of view, the 5-minute RSI got down into single digits. That's as low as it tends to get. The traders are going to step in here and start to buy. That's what we normally see. As far as the correction, people saying if they've lost their Bitcoin here in the comments, Binance are one of the most reputable and professional exchanges in the way that they communicate with people and all that sort of thing now, guys. So I'd expect them to restore all your balances. So here we go, another leg lower, 9,800, and this is what we tend to see at the end of a correction, is this real flush where people are getting margin called, and you're already seeing comments on Reddit about BitMEX and those high leverage exchanges. This is all people's positions getting liquidated that they went to bet on, thinking that Bitcoin wouldn't get down this low. So guys, that's why you always have money. If you're going to trade on margin, leave positions on, don't put yourself in the position that you're going to get liquidated. It's just not worth it, because anything can happen overnight on days like this. So I've got a few positions on at the moment. I'm stepping into IOTA and Amiseago, two of my favorite swing trading coins. Again, guys, not putting myself in any position. The coins would have to go a lot lower for me to get any position or worried about margin calls. So we're heading lower again now. The RSI hasn't dived as deep. So guys, if you're trading, if you know what you're doing, if you're experienced, now is probably not a bad time to be starting to look at some positions. So we look down the chart, IOTA's down 20% now. It tends to be one of my favorite trading coins, because IOTA just gets these knee-jerk panics, these flushes way lower. Go down the list of your favorite altcoins. I'm sure there's heaps of them that are down 20% or more now on this knee-jerk reaction. So Bitcoin's, only down 10%. But we all know that altcoins tend to move a lot more. So I'll just have another read for those that are just tuning in. So basically, Binance has said, "Hey guys, we're aware of these issues. Some people have logged in to find that their altcoins were sold for Bitcoin, and it's only affected users that had API keys that give third parties and other apps sort of backdoor access to your account to do trading. So think trading bots or linked to other trading apps, that sort of thing." And some people that didn't have API keys may have had those enabled by other websites or phishing websites. I'm not sure, guys. So there's sort of some mixed reports, but make sure you got your two-factor authentication enabled. Log in, change your passwords and that if you have to, guys. Make sure you got two-factor switched on. Binance has already said, guys, within minutes that they're aware of this. Disabled deposits, disabled withdrawals, sorry. So, your funds are safe. They're going to make you whole if you're an investor to their platform, guys. Like people on Reddit here are already saying, as far as public relations go, Binance is seriously a 10 out of 10, guys. They really do look after their customers. So someone looks like they have targeted some trading bots or a third-party developer. So again, it's all these little fine issues that we're finding out, and we're ironing out these bugs. The world of crypto is in its infancy, guys, and unfortunately, these issues, every time we think we've got everything sorted, someone finds a new little, vulnerability or weakness, and obviously some people have accessed those API keys on Binance. So I didn't mean to make a clickbait title, guys, but that's the issue that's causing this sell-off is, Binance. People on Reddit saying Binance has been hacked, but guys, that's not the case. Binance has been somewhat compromised with those backdoor API keys. But yeah, Binance itself, I love the platform. I'm sure we all use Binance, and I'm sure they're going to make everyone whole. So guys, that's the second leg lower there. Bitcoin got down to 9,650 on the Coinbase data that I'm watching here on my charting software. Power Ledger and Lend down 20%, someone's saying. Yeah, I mean, I'll just quickly go down the list of CoinMarketCap on a few of my favorites that are down big. So a lot of people have been talking about VeChain lately, Qtum, both down sort of 15, 16, 17%. Icon down 18%, I covered the other day. Digex DAO, one of my favorites, down 17%. Walton Chain down 30%, guys, after they had some good Alibaba-related announcements today. So, guys, this is crypto. This is why you always try and keep a little bit of money on the sidelines, because we never know when stuff like this is going to happen. Golem, Dragon Chain, Basic Attention Token, all coins we've spoken about. So guys, plenty of your favorites that are all falling off a cliff here. Factom I covered the other day, down 20%. Walton Chain went back on some of their Alibaba claims about an hour ago. Okay, that would make sense. So it's always funny when those big partnerships are what the market anticipates, but then they'll go back slightly and say, oh, it was only a branch or, a subdivision of Alibaba or whatever. So I'll be interested to read that announcement, because that certainly caused a big jump in the Walton Chain, one of my favorite projects. But yeah, it's always a bit frustrating when we've seen in the past certain projects announce things and have to renege. So guys, we're retesting those lows again now. $9,650. The SEC put out a statement today as well, more to do with exchanges and that sort of thing. I didn't read that as too bad, to be honest. So if you're just tuning in, there's new people tuning in. Binance has been compromised with some backdoor issues with the API keys. So on a lot of trading platforms, you have API keys that allow trading bots and other applications and platforms to link up with Binance. So Binance have got this under control as much as they can at the moment, guys, but certainly we know in the crypto markets we see these knee-jerk reactions. So Binance itself hasn't been hacked. What we're finding out is it's the API keys. And people are logging in to find out that they had all their I'm just reading through the comments, sorry guys. People are logging in to find out that their coins got sold for Bitcoin on all the different trading pairs, which obviously they didn't do. They're logging in to find that happen in their account, which has been done by giving bots the access to your account through those API keys, and then someone hacking those third parties that use those API keys. So guys, I'll just have another look on Twitter quickly now to see if Binance have actually said. They've been very active on Reddit, which is always good. But I haven't seen anything from CZ or Binance themselves. So a lot of people on Reddit are saying that their coins are gone. So as I wouldn't panic. You should never keep large amounts on exchanges. And for those people that did have coins on Binance, I'm sure Binance will make everyone whole. So I read the other day that Binance make $3 million a day in trading fees. So guys, if they've got to bite the bullet and lose money and make no money for a week or a month, they'll do whatever they have to do to keep that status as one of the number one. I think they are the number one altcoin exchange. Bitfinex is the number one trading exchange in the world. And then we've got Coinbase as that on-ramp just for, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash. But Binance will do whatever they have to do to keep their reputation, guys. So don't panic, even if you log in and lots of people are logging in and seeing that they've lost everything. I'm sure that Binance will look after you. Look after all of us. And this is what I like to see in the crypto space. When something like this happens, all the big YouTubers and all of us that have used Binance that have had pretty good customer experience, they just lowered their fees the other day. They do tend to look after us pretty well. If we all stick with them and support them because they have supported us, they're going to rack up all those trading fees and money and pay people back in no time, guys. So it is 4 a.m. here in Australia. I'm not sure what it made me even wake up. I'm like most people, I do wake up and just check the market, particularly when we're having corrections, maybe a couple of times each night. You guys know what it's like being a crypto trader. You'd never get a full night's sleep these days. So let me know in the comments, guys. Is anyone logging into their Binance and seeing that everything's fine? Because I know a lot of people in the comments are saying that they logged in and their coins are gone. My coins are there but can't withdraw. So yeah, that's a safety measure, guys, that they just go into lockdown mode. Some people are saying it's fine now. See, I think the majority of people are saying that Binance is fine here in the comments, and that's what I'd expect, guys. So I don't know exact statistics, but honestly, how many of you use APIs and complicated plugins? I'd say the average user, maybe 10 or 20% of people would actually use Binance API plugins. So yeah, a few people using bots, but I'd honestly say, guys, the majority of people wouldn't. Wow, another knee-jerk reaction lower here, guys. So Bitcoin down to 9,400, and the RSI now, right down in the single digits. We got down to 9 on the 5-minute RSI. Let's take a look at the 15-minute. And the buyers are starting to step in here. So guys, if you're familiar with the channel, you know we love to mix these fundamentals of what's going on with the technicals. So we've got on the 15-minute chart, if you want to bring up a 15-minute chart of Bitcoin, we're forming a nice looking candle here with a nice long wick. This is the biggest volume we've seen since this sell-off. So there's 7 minutes left to form this 15-minute candle, and if we keep up at this rate, that's going to be the biggest volume candle, which means this is starting to look good. In the next 5 minutes, we should have more buyers step in, hopefully, to confirm a bottom. But guys, I really think it'd take maybe a tweet from Binance themselves to calm the market. So people are saying here they've got no API, no bots, and two-factor installed, and their stuff's gone. So in that case, I'm just wondering if, guys, you may have accidentally signed into a phishing website somewhere along the line. If your emails are compromised, or if another layer is compromised, because the majority of people that are saying that they had two-factor authentication turned on, and no APIs are saying that their coins are fine. So guys, if you think that you're not using API keys, I'd change your passwords to, all your emails and everything like that, because it may be another vulnerability. Some people are saying it will fall a lot more. This has kind of happened in the biggest trading time. So in Australia, we tend to not have the largest trading volume. Big market reactions tend to happen on US time. Now, if something happens in Asia Pacific time, we tend to have a big knee-jerk reaction at the open when the US and European markets wake up. Whereas this has happened on US time when everyone's awake and trading. And like I said, I don't know what made me even wake up at 4 a.m. to check. But anyway, so I think a lot of this will be priced in. And if we get a clear answer, expect a V-shaped recovery. And that might be hours away, guys, but if Binance sort of come out and say, hey, the issue's fixed, then expect a recovery. Or, hey, we're going to pay everyone back, but it might take a week to sort out, or something like that, guys. That's what people want to calm their nerves. So some people are saying panic, sell everything, and that's certainly how the crypto markets have behaved over the years, guys. So I remember watching live when Ethereum, when the DAO hack occurred, and watching Bitcoin Ethereum go from $20 all the way down, and that was just sheer panic. And depending on your time frame, guys, these represent buying opportunities. So I'm hearing that BitMEX and those big exchanges that allow 100x trading leverage are all shut down, and this is what we see time and time again. I think Bitfinex was a little bit laggy for some people. So when everyone's trading and panicking, this is how sort of slow and clunky a lot of these exchanges can be. And that's what we're waiting for this year, really, for people to bring, maybe the Robinhood trading app, or maybe, Circle and Poloniex form some really professional platform that doesn't break down when things get busy. So guys, if you're just tuning in, the title says Binance hack, but what we're actually reading in the details is that it was the API keys. So an API key is, think of it as like a password for applications or trading bots or other websites to have access to your account to make some trade decisions, basically. So some people in the comments are saying that, hey, I didn't have an API key turned on, I don't use that, I don't know what that is, but my account, I still logged in and I saw that all my coins have been sold for Bitcoin, and some people had their Bitcoin even withdrawn, and they're finding that their coins are all gone. So that's why Binance have frozen withdrawals. So this can't get any worse at this stage. But they need to find the exact issue, fix that up. And as I said, I really trust Binance. I think they're going to make everyone whole, no matter what. They made $3 million a day was the article I read recently, guys. So if they have to take a loss and take a big hit, I'm sure they're going to pay everyone back. people saying, are you sure this is only the effect of Binance? Guys, the only other thing that I've really had a scout for is the SEC put out a bit of a statement about exchanges and securities. Nothing really new. Let me know in the comments, guys, if you think it is something else that I've missed. But at the moment, I think this is just a massive... Guys, it's pretty standard for crypto. One of the largest exchanges in the world has been, so-called hacked. That's the headline that everyone is going to panic and read. And I'll fix up the headline of this video once I've finished recording, now that we've got more details. So CoinDesk is fudding, someone's saying. So let's have a look. Because these are the CoinDesk, Cointelegraph. This is where people are going to go. So when panic happens, I normally go to Reddit. That's the first place because it takes time for people to publish an article. So, I mean, there's been talk about Republicans pushing for crypto regulation. We know that that's kind of coming. Nothing. I can't see anything on the hack there. So, because there's a website that you can check out that's really good for showing what's moving the market. So I still can't find anything on CoinDesk or Cointelegraph. They haven't published any articles yet. So, guys, there's a website called CryptoPanic.com. So go to CryptoPanic.com, and that has articles, and it has users to vote on how influential they think things are. So the top article here by a mile is Binance temporarily disabling withdrawals, reports of unauthorized selling, an article by trustnodes.com. But go to CryptoPanic.com, and that's a great place to go to when stuff like this happens, to see really what's driving the market. Now, obviously, lots of factors are always driving the market. So, I mean, there's some good news today. 61 Japanese banks to release instant mobile payment app. Powered by Ripple. There we go. I haven't heard that one yet. Bitcoin private's been trading at a price a lot higher than what I thought it would, but I think that's just because people just don't go to the effort to get these fork coins because of the security issues. And it's one of those things where, yeah, it's worth $400, but if everyone actually goes to the effort and sells it, then it very quickly goes to under 100, and then it's not worth your time to muck around with these private coins. So let's check the market again. That 15-minute candle that just formed was the highest volume candle. We've got a spinning top doji formed, which is a reversal candle. So what we're waiting for now from a technical point of view on the 15-minute chart is a bullish confirming candle. So we want to see a nice green candle with plenty of volume, and we want to finish higher than the previous candle. Now I'll just zoom out and have a look, because I think we're down around some other. So we're testing the previous long-term downtrend line from all the way back at the top at 20,000. We've just hit that as support. So resistance. What was resistance the entire time down from 20,000 down to our low where we flushed below 6,000? That long-term downtrend line that we pierced through a few days ago. It was around the 1st of March. We finally broke that long-term downtrend line on good volume, and now we've come back and we're testing that again. So that long-term resistance is currently acting as support. I'm just going to zoom out a bit more, because this volume is very significant now. So this 4-hour candle that we're forming at the moment on the 4-hour chart still has 2.5 hours left, and it's on pace to be the biggest 4-hour candlestick, possibly of all time, but certainly to rival that. Some of the flushes we had on our way to 20,000, and again on that first initial sell-off. So guys, this is massive at the moment, the panic that's going on in terms of trading volume. So we got down, Bitcoin's got down as low as 9,400 on the Coinbase data that I'm watching. Let's just go back to that 15-minute chart and see if we can form a nice reversal candle here. Again, I think it's not going to bounce back until we get some concrete tweets out of Binance itself. So I'll go back to Binance and just refresh. They've been active on Reddit. Guys, if you want to see that they are trying to take control of the situation, there's still nothing there from Binance, or I'll check CZ again. I love it how all these big crypto personalities have got not giving away crypto in their name now, because it's just crazy. I feel sorry for them. Every tweet they do, it's just, Twitter have got to sort that out. There's just, unfortunately, people get sucked in by this stuff, and people thinking if you send someone 0.2 ETH, they're going to send you 2 ETH back. Anyone that's been in this space for any length of time knows what's going on. So someone's saying he lost $3,000. Guys, I didn't mean for the video to be a clickbaity title. When I jumped on to do this live video, because I saw no other big YouTubers were going live, the story was that Binance had been hacked. So I will update that title, guys, to Binance compromised. It's the API keys. It's not Binance's fault. I love Binance, guys. I use it just like you guys do. Yeah, no issues on my end. So I might log in quickly here, guys, and just have a look if my Binance account has been compromised as well. Because I'm hearing mixed reports. Some people tell me, so if you're just tuning in, Binance has been compromised. Some people have logged in to find that their coins have all been sold for Bitcoin, and even that Bitcoin has then been withdrawn. So Binance have said that some third-party apps that have access to the trading engine through the API keys that you can generate and give other people or trading bots access to, and then they've made the decision on behalf of people to sell when they obviously didn't want to, or it wasn't them. So as you just saw then, guys, I've got my two-factor turned on. Let's just have a look. Fingers crossed that all my balances are there. And guys, all my coins are there. All my coins are fine. So that's a relief for me. And I haven't generated any API keys for Binance. So I might just log out of Binance, but I'm happy that my coins are safe, guys, and I am sorry to hear anyone that's lost their coins. But as I said, I fully trust Binance. Great exchange, very professional. They're already active on Reddit within minutes of this happening. They shut down withdrawals. So people here saying lost $6,000, lost $14,000. So I'm sorry to hear that, guys, but I have full faith that they will restore you. So guys, I was trading on Bitfinex a few years ago when it got hacked, and it was panic. It was massive panic at the time, and just take that longer term mindset. And Bitfinex repaid everyone in full. And they, Bitfinex doesn't have a perfect reputation. There's lots of people that don't like it. I think they're very professional. I love their trading engine. I do a lot of margin trading on Bitfinex, but they paid everyone back, and it took a long time because of the severity of the hack. So they lost, I think over half of all users' funds now off the top of my head. So it's 4 a.m. here in Australia. So they lost a large amount of users' funds and paid everyone back. And I'm sure Binance are going to do the exact same thing. And as I said before, I'd say that maybe 10 or 20% of people actually use those Binance API keys. So it's not going to take them very long to repay all users. So guys, have faith in Binance. Let's have a look at this 15-minute candle. We're starting to form a bullish candle. We've got 7 minutes left. Yeah, there's lots of people that have confirmed this, guys. So I do love we've got about 30,000 subscribers now, guys, and it's funny, the majority of you guys are overseas, so lots of US and European subscribers scattered all over the world. We actually have not majority Australian subscribers, so hopefully a lot of you guys are overseas at the moment, tuning in. Some people saying rest in peace. Would Binance pay for this? I heard it's not their fault. I'm sure Binance aren't going to be looking too kindly on whatever third party has been compromised and caused all this to happen. Georgia, USA, Bill, North Korea, yeah. So Binance aren't going to be sending any Christmas cards to whoever's fault this is, but guys, they will take responsibility. They will pay everyone back. I'm sure of it. And I mean, if they were to not do that, everyone is going to switch over to another exchange, or everyone's going to, think about other exchanges that people are starting to use more. So KuCoin, maybe when Poloniex brings out that professional style exchange, Poloniex has been terrible for customer support, guys. But it just opens the door for other people to gain market share, and Binance don't want that. Binance have been awesome so far. 99% of the time, I'm sure you guys have had pretty good user experiences with them as well. So Binance has made a lot of money. They can afford it, as I've just spoken about a number of times. So guys, I'm probably going to tune out there. I've been live for half an hour. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. Binance has been compromised. API keys, not Binance itself. I'm sorry to hear anyone that's lost their coins, but I'm sure that Binance will make you guys whole. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Cheers.